Hello there. Today we are reacting to This Godzilla Got Brutally Executed. Here's How by Goji Center. I'm actually feeling a little better today. Yesterday, if you saw my video, I was actually sick. I still kinda am, but like I said, I'm feeling better, so just thought I should update you on that. But anyway, let's dive right into it. Some educated assumptions, blah blah blah. Yeah.
This scene is cool and all, but have you ever stopped and wondered, how exactly did this Gojira get in this situation? Why were they killing each other? How many Kongs did it take to bring this guy down? What happened to the
Probably
rest of its
69.
body? In this video, we will take in all the clues found in the film and novelization to reveal the mystery behind the death of this unlucky Gojira. If you like this content, please give us a like and subscribe to be the first to watch our next videos. Coming up, revealing the death of the Mega Gojira specimen. Number 1, Kongs versus Gojiras.
Yeah.
You probably guessed it by now. We are going to quickly cover the most intense war on Earth's history. This fella was really just another casualty that occurred in this war, meaning that this was not the only Titan to fall to the hands of Kongs. Note that this particular species was also dealing with the skull crawlers, meaning that these were a battle-hardened species whose way of life was war. The true origins of this rivalry is unknown, but based on how powerful the Gojiras were, the Kongs probably found some sort of value within the Gojira body parts. Remember, these guys were smart. They were tool makers. And in this arsenal of tools, we find...
Of course, because they're monkey.
Spears, clubs, and this elaborate weapon, axes, which happen to be made out of these guys. There could be other reasons why these two kaijus fight each other, but the fact is this. On one end, you have a Titan species who thinks of the other as a nuisance and a threat to their intellectual superiority and physical well-being. On the other hand, you have a species who not only sees the other as a threat, but also as a valuable resource. One which could potentially put them on top of the food chain. So the stakes are high in this war, and both sides cannot afford to take prisoners. Now let's talk about where this murder took place. Number 2,
I'm assuming the Hollow
setting.
Earth.
Welcome to the Kong species lair, or more commonly known as the throne room or temple. But we'd like to think this place was much more than this.
So tiny
First, we need to know who built this place. In the novelization of Godzilla vs. Kong, we find passages that suggest that this place was built by a collaboration of the Iwi descendants and the Kong species themselves. Now we are starting to see that these guys were smarter than you once thought. This temple's symmetrical architecture included an arrangement of perfectly geometric columns which supported the entire cavern. One central column, which was reserved for the Alpha Kong, spectator seating areas, and possibly more shrines located in these exitways. Given that there are many corpses lying around here, it's clear that the main center of attraction was this area, an arena. Now, why on earth would a lone Gojira come wandering all the way in here?
Ah, damn it.
It doesn't make sense for a Gojira or Skullcrawler to invade this place, especially since this is a closed location. The only other way that they would end up here is if they are either lured to come in, or they were captured and then brought to the temple to fight for their lives.
Makes sense.
Remember that there were many of these Kongs around. It's possible that a few of these would have found a lone Mega Gojira somewhere in the Hollow Earth, subjugated it, and then brought it into the temple, where there were some guys ready to give this guy a not-so-warm welcome. Now let's talk about the weapons needed to take this guy down. Number 3, the weapon. This particular battle axe used to kill the Mega Gojira was made from Godzilla body parts. If it isn't obvious already, this axe blade comes from one of the largest dorsals of an already deceased Godzilla. The entire height of this weapon was approximately 207.4 feet. That's almost double the size of Kong back in 1973. The top swing speed of this weapon in the right hands would have been 62 miles per hour, or 91 feet per second. This is enough force to hack off Titan limbs, or in this case, penetrate another Titan's skull. So yes, this thing was quite the killing tool. It is no wonder that the Kongs found great value in the body parts of the Godzilla species. They allowed the Kongs to build these formidable weapons. But this doesn't end here. It's possible that these weapons were exclusively purpose-built for fighting the Godzilla species, meaning that the Kongs really wouldn't use these to fight other Titans. We'll discuss how later. There were a lot of these weapons lying around, which makes it clear that in order to build this arsenal of powerful weapons, the Kongs would have had to bring down multiple Godzillas. In GVK, we saw that a single Kong was basically no match for a single adult Godzilla specimen.
Right.
Which brings us to the next topic. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video...
But real quick, though. We both said real quick. Anyway, how did the Kongs find out that the Godzillas were useful? And even then, how did they kill them without the Godzilla weapons? I don't know, they must have used other weapons or something, I don't know.
This video and Goji said we saw that a...
Wait, what?
Good job. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel.
Make sure to subscribe to this channel, subscribe and turn notifications so you know when I upload.
JC, Dante,
Don't worry, Goji said I'm way subscribe.
If they
why did I
subscribe,
forget his name?
so should you. Up next,
Cougar. Yeah,
number
that's his name,
4,
Cougar.
the Assassins.
Oof,
In
I love this.
2014, we saw that a slightly underdeveloped Godzilla can take on more than one opponent simultaneously.
Yeah.
In GVK, we saw a Godzilla ragdoll a single Kong specimen. So how many Kongs does it take to bring down a single Godzilla?
69.
Furthermore, how many does it take to take down one of these mega species? If you're lost, take a quick moment to pause this video and go watch our Godzilla Genus Explained mini-documentary, where we explain a few theories on how big these guys could get. A Mega Gojira of this size would have required more than one Kong. Its skull alone would be able to clamp down on a single Kong and divorce its head from its body. Something as large as this, however, would have provided the Kongs with much-needed resources to help them build their arsenal of weaponry. More specifically, they would have provided the Kongs with these extra-long axe handles, because these bones are too big to be sourced from a regular-sized Godzilla.
Right.
So, based on what we know, it's safe to assume that a group of Kongs ganged up on this Gojira to bring it down.
Makes sense.
But we want to know more. How exactly did this guy get killed? Number 5, the execution.
Oh, I'm gonna love
This scene shows us exactly where a wound was inflicted. The posterior part of the cranium.
Yeah.
This location is
So
close
it
to
was
where
a
the
quick
brainstem
death,
would have
possibly.
been. A traumatic intrusion to this part of the nervous system would immediately shut down all bodily functions in this Gojira specimen, causing paralysis and death at the same time.
Yeah.
In other words,
Insta-death.
this was a very well-placed blow. No blow in any other location would have killed this Gojira this fast. But how did a Kong manage to reach the head of this extra tall Gojira? Remember that based on the size of this skull, this guy was probably much, much larger than the Godzilla we know today. Kong specimens can stand up to 335 feet in height, and this guy was probably way taller than that. We're going to discuss 2 ways the Kongs managed to reach up there.
Damn, that
1,
guy's huge.
as discussed earlier, taking down this Gojira would have taken a group of Kongs. Based on the angle of how this axe is lodged inside this Goji's skull, we can guess that there were a couple of Kongs distracting the Mega Gojira, while a third Kong climbed on the central pillar and jumped from a higher position, striking Gojira from the side, bringing down the colossal titan in an instant. 2. This method might even change the whole reason why this Gojira died. Keep in mind that we are in a temple. A temple is defined as a place of worship, veneration, respect, and in some cases, a place where victims are killed in honor of other deities. What does this have to do with anything? Given that this Gojira was most likely captured by many Kongs, these individuals would have probably held down this Gojira, waiting for the Alpha Kong to raise its axe, or in this case, a ceremonial weapon, and execute this Gojira, landing a blow on top of its head. That's right, if this Gojira was subdued in this manner, this method of execution was not for sport or for entertainment. This, ladies and gentlemen, was a sacrifice. Knowing this, it's possible that the rest of these creatures that were brought in here were captured to suffer the same fate. As outlandish as this may sound, there could be some truth to this concept. It's stated in the novelization of GVK that the Kongs and the Iwis were one tribe, a society that coexisted and communicated with each other. The iwi would have taught the Kongs many things, including abstract concepts such as war and religion. There is one important last thing left to discuss. Why couldn't this Gojira defend itself? Number 6, the aftermath. Apart from the fact that this guy was being held by many Kongs, there's a chance that this particular specimen of Mega Gojiras were not capable of expelling an atomic ray like its cousins, the Godzillas.
Oh yeah, didn't he say that if he could use the atomic breath, he'll like destroy the Earth or something?
If it did, then this place would have been completely destroyed. No Godzilla with atomic breath would let themselves be brought inside for execution without a fight. The fact that there are no signs of destruction left here leads us to believe that this particular Gojira mega species did not possess atomic ray capabilities. This cost it its life. Fast forward many hundreds of thousands of years, this axe was still lodged in its skull. What happened? Where's the rest of its body? Chances are that the Kongs took the rest of it and used it either for food or tools. But this doesn't explain why this axe was just left here after many years.
Why is
this is yet another mystery. But what we do know is that this door was left closed, and nobody ever opened it again until Kong pulled up. Meaning that after these Kongs left this temple after killing this Mega Gojira, they never returned, leaving all these weapons behind. Something had happened to them out there, causing them to never return. Perhaps the Kongs were not expecting to face Gojira specimens out there when they went out, which is why they left their weapons in the temple, since these were exclusively forged to fight Godzillas. Whatever the case, these guys never opened this door again. They never came back. What do you think happened to the Kongs that used to dwell here? Let us know your theories in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave us a like and hit that subscribe button.
Way ahead of you.
Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.
Alright, that'll do it for this video, guys. Hold up. That'll do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, you know, I would honestly like to see a movie in the MonsterVerse that takes place in the past, like during the wars, the Titan Wars. Like that would be very interesting to see. I think Ed Wingard said that he wants to make a MonsterVerse movie without humans. That it could be that movie. That would be interesting to see, actually. Like a whole prequel. That would be cool. Tell me what you guys think. But, yeah. Until then, I'm signing off. Later.